Good morning, everybody. I actually don't normally start these weekly vlogs on Sundays, but Scott's not here today. The house is very quiet, and so I thought, why not? If you think my skin looks particularly glowy, it's because I just got done doing a little, like a peel thing that I have. I'll go upstairs and show you which one it is. It was actually suggested to me by the woman who does my facials here in town, which I haven't done in a minute and probably need to schedule. But she said something really good about facials and if they're important or not important, and can you do the same stuff at home, so forth and so on. So we'll talk a little bit about that. But yeah, I mean, there's no makeup on my face. All I have on right now is some vitamin C serum, and I'm actually using the Beekman 1802 daily moisturizer. So yeah, anyway, welcome to Sunday. Absolutely beautiful morning. I've got to throw that away. That's an old moose that's got the stuffing out of him, and he's been sitting out in the rain. Look how green everything is. Oh my gosh. Oh, there goes Scooby after a squirrel or a bird or something. Okay, so we're now up in my bathroom and I'm getting dressed, and I wanted to show you that peel product. It is called Dr. Dennis Gross Extra Strength Daily Peel. And it's really easy. You wipe the first wipe on until the wipe is dry, and then you wait 2 minutes, and then you put on this one. I really like it. It works really well. You can use it 2 to 3 days a week. Another option, if you want to use something daily, hold please. The Elemis Dynamic Resurfacing Facial Pads. The woman on the Disney cruise, the last facial I did, said that these two products are essentially the same, but that this one is a little strong for my skin type, which is the same thing the facial has said. So to only use this one 2 to 3 times a week, but if I wanted something I could use every single day, that these are the way to go. They both do the same thing, which is to kind of, increase the rate of cell turnover and give you that little bit of a glowy look. However, with both of them, you want to make sure you are also using a really good sunscreen. This is the one I'm using right now. I don't know why there's like something all over it, but this is the one I'm using right now and I really like it. I did check and it's made in Canada. Love Canada, but I'm really hoping that, it's got some foundation on it. Boy, I'm just a mess today. But I'm hoping this isn't going to get a lot more expensive. So yeah, there you go. It absolutely could not be more beautiful today. And under the heading of something lost and something found, I lost my glasses that are my favorite. I don't know where they've gone. They've got to be somewhere in the house, but they've been gone for days and I really want them. Hold on. Scooby, you're dragging Mama down the street. Hold on. Spinning around. There we go. So I had to order new ones. They're the same frame as this, but they're the ones that are the transitions. Like seriously, my favorite glasses. So I'm bummed about that. But in the process of tearing the house apart, looking for them, because if you're like me, like I set things down everywhere. There's literally no telling ever where something might be. So I was going through boxes in where my packing stuff is, thinking, well, maybe it fell inside one of the boxes when I was organizing things. And I found my favorite hat. And it's been missing for a really long time. So I don't know, maybe the two even out. Although I will say my glasses were like $200. This hat was like $12. But let's not put like a dollar amount on it. Let's just be happy for what we found. Okay, there we go. What do we say? We're going to take the win. Scooby's really happy today. I was very wildly overstimulated last night. Like there's a full moon, so it might have been that, because that usually does tend to affect me quite a bit. But I needed silence and no one talking to me and no music and no TV. And I went to bed super early and I couldn't even bring myself to read. I basically just sat there in the dark until I fell asleep. And I really needed that. Comment below if that happens to you. I don't know. It's a lot when it's happening and I'm finally growing up enough to know that I just have to stop and remove myself and get some quiet. Okay, it's a lot later and I just started pulling out bags to decide which bags I'm taking. I realize, in fact, members of my family were making fun of me because I pack so early, but I have to plan a whole packing video and film and edit and get that uploaded before I can actually leave on the trip. So these decisions must be made early. The trip is a week from Wednesday. I may have already said that. I am checking a bag. I know, but that's because I hope to do a little bit of shopping and I want there to be plenty of room. And also, and I'll talk more about this in the packing video, Viking really handles my luggage from the moment I get through baggage claim until I am back at the airport. So I'm really not concerned, and I get to check my bags for free with Delta. So this bag, probably it's going to be this bag. There's still a ribbon left from the patron cruise. Then I'm going to carry on board this little Toomey Carlson underseat bag. I think it's called the Carlson. I think that's right. And then my Toomey Vanetta tote. Pretty sure this is what we're taking. And I've already started gathering my long haul flight stuff because it is a 10+ hour flight. And also my toiletry bag that I hardly ever use, which is this little Hadaki toiletry bag. I bought this when I used to work at the Container Store and I absolutely love it. There was some stuff in there. So I'm trying to decide what I want to put in my checked bag. It's such a treat to be checking a bag because I don't have to worry about liquids as much, but make sure you're subscribed if you want to watch the whole packing video. I'm going to go into a lot of detail about what I take on board for a long haul flight, my neck pillow, my eye mask, all of that nonsense. So yeah, but this is enough for today. This is enough for today. Good morning. It's Monday. I'm in my kitchen. It's 10 after 9. I have a work call this morning and I haven't actually mapped out the rest of my day yet. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I just got blood work results back from my OBGYN, which is super interesting. And I want to share information about that with y'all. And I know that for some of you, the whole menopause thing is not interesting. I find it fascinating. And before I went through it, I had a hard time finding information. So I like to share what I can. And it's one of those days where I have far more to do than I have time to do. So I've got to spend a few minutes just like zeroing in on what has to be done today and what could wait for a different day. But either way, let's get after it. Meeting over. I'm wearing my glasses that I don't love because I lost my other glasses like we talked about yesterday, but my new one should be here soon. So the meeting was great. It was about an upcoming cruise that I'm planning for my patrons that we're very excited about. Very early planning stages. So yeah, it was just like the first initial meeting to talk about that with my travel agent. So that's super fun. And I needed something fun today. But what I found out from my OBGYN, so and this won't be a long conversation, so you can skip ahead if you're not interested in this, but I had a uterine ablation 4 years ago. And so at that time, I stopped getting periods, but I was still like, everything else about my cycle was still normal. I just didn't get a period anymore. So the issue was we never really knew where I was in menopause. So last year when I was there, I was still very much, all my numbers showed that I was still getting my cycle, which was weird because I was like, dang, I'm 53 years old. Can we be done with this already? So when I went in this time, I told her, I'm like, I feel better. Like I'm able to, with hormone fluctuations, it really affects my appetite and my stress, which I'm a stress eater. So I told her, I'm like, I'm really noticing that I'm not stress eating like I was. I'm not having this insatiable hunger like I was. I've been able to drop a little bit of weight. My anxiety is better. I'm sleeping better. I really feel like I'm over the worst of it. So she ran the numbers again, and I just got the results this morning. And sure enough, all my numbers show me as being postmenopausal, which I feel a bit of a way about. Not a bad way, just a way. Like I need to maybe journal about that and explore that a little bit because, my perimenopause journey has been over not over, but just right at 10 years, because I'm 54 now and I really did start having symptoms like around 44, 45. So it's been like part of my journey for so long, and now to have it be over, I don't know. I'm having to think about that. Again, not a bad thing, but I think it deserves a little bit of time and definitely some journaling. And maybe I don't know, buy myself a cupcake or something. Doesn't happen very often. I got some magic mail. I can even show you the things because it's my P.O. box, which is in the description box, so that's not a secret. This one is from Australia. This one is from Jill in North Carolina, and this one is from Canada. So let's open the Canadian one first. You know, I don't go to my P.O. box enough. That's what we learned from this experience. This is from Madeline Arsenault. I think I might be pronouncing that correctly. And she is a huge Prince Edward Island cheerleader, and she knows how much I adore Anne of Green Gables. So what she has sent me is this lovely little kit filled with all kinds of tourist information for Prince Edward Island. Oh my gosh, what a considerate thing to mail to me. Sorry if the sound of packages being ripped open is bothersome. I'll try to fast forward. A map, the Arts and Heritage Trail, another map of the Central Coast, and this PEI Visitor's Guide. Okay. And an Anne of Green Gables bookmark. And it's my favorite quote. I'm so glad I live in a world where there are Octobers. Absolutely precious. Madeline, thank you. That was such a considerate thing to send me. Now, this one is from Jill, and Jill is one of my patrons, and we were just all on the Patreon cruise together, so I don't know what this is. Oh, she sent me a sweet little notepad with little Mickey balloons, and I'm assuming this is a thank you note. She's such a class act. So I'm going to read this later. This is a really lovely thank you note from her. So Jill, thank you for my sweet, sweet thank you note and my lovely notepad. So considerate. I should be sending you a thank you note, not the other way around. And this one is from Australia. No idea. I don't think I ordered anything from Australia. I'm not normally an impulse buyer, but when I saw this, I immediately thought of you. I hope it brings you a little joy today. Love, Chris. Oh my gosh, this is so sweet. It's a little Mickey journal with a J on it. And what's funny is, did I not just say that I need to journal a little bit about the whole like menopause thing and this phase of my life? That was so kind. All the way from Australia with my initial and Mickey. That was a very, very happy mail day. Now I'm going to go read my notes. I have the best viewers in the world. If you're one of my subscribers, you're just amazing. Chef's kiss. 14 out of 10. Okay, the next thing on my agenda for today is something that I do not want to do, and that is figuring out once and for all how to effectively use this little guy to film videos. I'm heading off on a trip. It is not a good idea to not have a backup camera. It's not smart. I need to be able to use this effectively. I haven't enjoyed it, to be honest. I've tried a couple of different times. I feel like I'm either not like, I just started recording so I can start messing with it. I'm either not understanding it or I'm just being impatient because a ton of people use it now. And I even like put all the settings on what it's supposed to be at. I watched a ton of videos. I've taken it now on 3 trips and have not used it at all. Okay, so learning curve is underway. I'm going to scoot you down a little bit. I'm recording this on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. The sound quality, I know, is not as good. I don't have the microphone on, but I'm trying to compare apples to apples and see if, like, in a pinch, like, how bad is the microphone. So feel free to comment below because we're learning in this video. But I just am pulling up the weather for the places that I will be on this cruise because we're just about 10 days out now, so I can start checking. And it's looking about what I thought. Athens is looking a little warmer than I thought. Corfu is looking a little cooler than I thought. There's a chance of rain because it's springtime. So I still think I've chosen my pieces well in terms of the outerwear that I'm taking and like my comfort level. I still will be doing layers, and I may end up throwing in one like lighter weight dress. So I can't really decide for sure till we're like a week out. Then I'll be able to for sure know, and that will be, when do I leave? So that'll be in the next couple of days. We'll be making some decisions, but it's kind of fun to be like looking at the weather in Corfu. That's so fun. I love it. And one benefit of using this Osmo Pocket is that I can show you my phone. Not that you care, but you know, because I'm always filming on my phone, you don't get to see my phone. You can't have everything. Okay, so this is the state of things. I had to move my desk, and here's why. The sun was coming in so bright this time of year that I literally couldn't see to work on my laptop. So I've moved my desk over here, and also I brought everything from everywhere else in the house and dumped it right here. Tax season is over. A lot of this nonsense was out because it was tax time. I need to get this all straightened out. This is actually a standing desk, but I hardly ever use it that way, and I really need 2 more. And plus, I feel like having it in that position makes the room feel a little bit more open. There's where the dogs go. So yeah, next step for today is cleaning up this mess. Let's turn on our little candle warmer. We'll skip over the dog bed. Turn on our candle warmer. Give us a little bit of ambiance. What do we think? Et voila. What's this candle? It is Joe Malone, lime basil, and mandarin. Yummy. Okay, let's put on some music and get some stuff done. I got a lot of stuff cleaned up. The desk surface is clean. Everything has a home. So that's the big thing, right? Is if everything has a home, then putting things away is just a matter of throwing away actual garbage and you're good to go. So. We're down here in the basement getting some work done. I'm gonna try, all I wanna do is fill 1 garbage bag from the unfinished part. Hello, everyone decided they wanted to be on camera. I have cleaned out the unfinished part of our basement multiple times, as in like many times. So everything that's in there, at least I know what's in there and I know that it needs to stay, but we've moved things around to make room for other things, and I'm just feeling like I need to get in there and give it a good tidy. So I'm gonna do that, and I have a ton of just like catching up on emails to do and stuff like that. So I'm gonna stay down here for the next few hours and try to stay focused. What do you think, Sadie? Can we do it? We'll do our best. This has to be a no judgment zone right now. What I know is that all of this is needing to be kept, and it's all like fairly organized. Some of it needs to be tossed, but they're not my things, they're the kids' things. And as we know, we don't get to declutter other people's things, although I wish we could. Like, that's the Christmas tree. That dehumidifier needs to stay because we only use that in the summertime. And then like all of this was up against walls and got moved the last time the HVAC people were here. So I really just need to like put things back where they belong. These guitars, I don't know where we're going to put those. None of them are mine. They are all my son's. Comment below if you have kids. I mean, I'm happy to keep their stuff. It's really not that big of a deal, but I don't like it to be this untidy down here. And for sure we could purge a few things. These we only use in the summertime. What is that? Is that oh, it's a Delta. Only at a pilot's house do you find a Delta main cabin amenity kit. Ooh, let's open that up and see what's in there. I don't know from how long ago this is, but this is a Delta main cabin long haul flight amenity kit. So we're gonna open it up and see what's in here. Why we have it, I couldn't tell you. Scott probably grabbed it on a flight. Maybe, whoops, maybe I grabbed it on a flight. It's unopened though. In it we have some earplugs, which is nice. We have an eye mask, which is nice. And that's it. So economy, this is what you get. Now my next flight, I don't know why I'm leaned over like this. My next flight, which is very soon, I am in Premium Select on the way there, and I am in Comfort Plus on the way back. And so you do get a little bit of an updated amenity kit. I gotta be honest, I have all my own stuff. Like I have my own eye mask, my own noise canceling headphones, all the things. So the amenity kit isn't really a big deal to me, but it's nice to know that on Delta, even in regular economy, which I have flown many times on long haul flights, we flew regular economy to Japan. I wonder if that's what this is from, potentially, from our trip to Japan. Anywho, there you go. Exciting stuff. Hot mess. I'm done in the basement. It is solidly now in the category of good enough. It's clean. Things are put back. I am moving those guitars out of there. I just feel like that area of the basement isn't climate controlled, and I'm very concerned for them. I'm not sure yet where they're going to go. Maybe back up in my son's room, which I think is where I pulled them out of, but they don't belong to me. So a lot of you are in the same situation I'm in. We've got grown kids that still have stuff at our house. I have plenty of space, so I'm not in any way, shape, or form complaining on the off chance that my boys are watching this. I love you. Keep your stuff here as long as you need to. But they're just things I can't make a decision about. They're not mine to give away. And I feel like with our basement, I know where things are. I know how to get to stuff. I have things very well labeled. It's not like as aesthetically pleasing as I would like. Like if I had all the money in the world, although maybe even not, but probably if I had all the money in the world, I would have like consistent containers throughout and all of that. But I'm not going to throw away all the containers that are down there just because we have accumulated them over time. They're labeled with exciting names like beach stuff and camping and, you know, extra batteries and stuff like that. So I'm happy with it. It's clean. We're going to call it good enough. So thank you for joining me for that. We're going to call it a day today. That was a lot. I actually also had an appointment with a window guy. We're still working through all of that, and I'm just ready to be done for today. So it'll just be a second and I'll be right back, and it'll be tomorrow. So hang in there. Hello, welcome to Thursday. I'm out in my town running errands, and I want to say, you know how I don't shop Target or Amazon anymore, and I used to do a fair bit of online shopping at both, and now I have to actually go run an errand. And I was just chatting with a woman who works at our local pet store. It's such a big deal when you actually have interactions with humans, especially now. I can't tell you, do I love getting in my car and going running errands? Not necessarily, but I love having more human interaction. It's just like so good for me, especially as someone who works from home. It's really fun. Anyway, I hope your day is going great. We are doing tons of stuff at home today. I don't know how much filming I'm going to do, and then we're going out to dinner. So if this is all I do for today, I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. But I don't know, something exciting might happen. You never know. Okay, what I have here are some very, very, very tired dogs. This one, not so much. He just got back from a walk, so he's panting. But these two got groomed today, and they love their groomer. Her name's Taylor. She loves them. She comes to the house. But when I say they are wiped out, they are wiped out. But they smell so good. Oh my gosh. Is there anything like a freshly groomed, beautiful dog? I don't think there is. I don't think there is. It's your baby. Such a good girl. Oh, thank you, Lenny. Oh my gosh, that was so fun. Patreon. If you're not one of my patrons, patreon.com/Jen Lefforge, $7 a month, super fun community. And they just started offering so that I can go live. So I just did a really quick, like 5-minute live stream, and they got notified. And it's just like on Instagram, except for it's over on Patreon. And I love it, especially for like when I have upcoming travels and stuff. That's such a fantastic option. I'm trying to I'm not really into Instagram right now. Meta in general is just not my favorite. So being able to do it on Patreon is like a huge bonus. So if you haven't joined us over there already, you should. It's a lot of fun. And now added, I promised them I wouldn't get on like every day unless I'm really bored. And then you never know what I'm going to do. Ready to go. Just casual with my family. These car Yumas, someone asked if they were yellow. I had them on in an Instagram story. They're not. They're like a pinky beige. I think the color is actually beige. But I really like them. They're actually really neutral. This top I can't find anymore. I'll list the brand. It's a wool sweater, wool blend. It's not itchy at all, but it's just so, I don't know, like sumptuous, and the feel on it is really, really good. And yeah, I think it's cute for spring. So I'm going to throw on my brown Coach bag, probably. I can never remember the name of that bag. Like every time I have to go and check. And we're going to head out the door for casual family dinner. Okay, they're waiting for me, but this is the bag. I wanted to show it to you guys because I mentioned it in my last video. I love this bag so much. It just like stays where you want it, and it's like the perfect size. I think this is the 28. I'll link it below. But of all the bags that I have impulsively bought, which I don't really do that anymore, this has been the one that I pull from the most. So yeah, there you go. Packing. Wait, can you see? There you go. Packing. Still in progress stage. Good morning. Welcome to Friday. If you celebrate Easter, this is Good Friday. So I hope whatever you're up to today is peaceful and joyful. I'm going to have some words in a minute about my own kind of history with Easter, and also some words hopefully of encouragement for those of you that might be gathering together with challenging family that give you a opportunity for growth. So, but first off today, I'm going to head to the grocery store. I just have a couple of things to pick up. It's probably going to be crazy. That's fine. And then I have to come home and do some editing, do some more just odds and work ends. It should be a really quiet day. And the weather is perfect. So I'm actually looking forward to it. There's been some really hopeful things in the news over the last like 24 hours. I don't know when it is when you're watching this, but I'm feeling hope today, and that is always a welcome thing. These flowers that we bought at the garden center in the vlog from a couple weeks ago, have just grown so beautifully. My miniature roses that my son's partner's mom gave me still haven't brought out new blooms, but I think I see some evidence. So we're gonna stay hopeful about the roses. And I'm gonna bring a couple of my other plants out here. And Scooby is in a very good mood today. He had such a lovely walk, didn't you, Scoob? Was it a good walk? So good boy. I love you. Yes, you too. Okay, I'm back from the store, and this is my kind of strange grocery haul. Scott and I are gonna be completely alone on Easter, which is fine. That's what happens when you have kids that are musicians or are in the restaurant business. So I got this for us for Easter dessert, because we both love both of these. I got some fruit and some cinnamon raisin bread for Easter breakfast. I got this to go with that. I might try to make bread because I have some yeast and I've been wanting to make bread in the Le Creuset for a while. So I might do that. But I also got for my upcoming international flight, I got some mints, some hand sanitizer, 2 different kinds of wipes. This one is for the airplane bathroom and this one is for me. Thank you, Scooby. Some fruit and some veg, just super easy. And the store was hardly crowded at all, so nothing wrong with that. Oh, and I got myself cheese because I was out and it was on sale. I love this brand of cheese. It's so good. Okay, here's what I want to say. Some of you have family obligations this weekend, which is true on every holiday, right? Where you're going to be with people that are either, they're combative for whatever reason. They either don't agree with who you are as a human being, or you don't see eye to eye when it comes to things in our world or political issues, or maybe it's just a jerk. Maybe they're just jerks, okay? I was going to use stronger language, but I am still a family-friendly channel. And I want to remind you, and I think I did this, I know I did it before Thanksgiving. You don't need to hear this from me probably, but maybe you do need to hear this from me. I want to remind you of a couple things. Number one, park where you can have a quick getaway. There is literally nothing worse than being with difficult family, realizing that your boundaries have been crossed and you need to get out and you're blocked in by, your Uncle George and he's drunk and you can't get him to see reason. And then it becomes a whole big thing. The Irish goodbye, which is a long-standing historical tradition, I happen to be part Irish, I take it very seriously, is where you just disappear. If you need to be able to get away, or if there's any possibility that you will need to get away without making a big deal about it, okay? I want you to have your car parked, if need be, at the end of the street, right? Because you just don't need the drama. You want to be able to manage an Irish goodbye. Second thing is, of course, you don't ever have to put up with abuse, but also you don't have to put up with just feeling like people don't have your back. I have been in situations with family where one person was being contentious and I felt like nobody else was supporting me. You don't need to fight those battles. You can use your own, self-determination and remove yourself from a situation. Number 3, if you're already super, super stressed out about it, it is okay to not go. And you'll never hear me say, but it's family. Like, your personal peace, your own sense of self, what you need to feel okay within yourself has to come first. And if there are members, if you really want to see your great grandmother or that one aunt that you love or whatever, set a time limit on it, pop in, do what you need to do, and pop back out again. Do whatever you have to do to maintain your own personal peace. Some of you are watching this and you have literal stomach pains thinking about the holiday that's coming and who you're going to see and being worried about how they're going to react. And for some of you, you need to get off this video and go make a phone call and say, hey, mom, or, hey, aunt, whoever, I don't think I'm going to make it this year. And you don't actually have to give an explanation. No is a complete sentence. And if they keep pressing you, you can just say, it's just not going to work for me this year. And that's all I want to say right now. And then you get off the phone. So if that gives you some tools that you need, great. And then lastly, I'll end with my favorite sentences to come back with. If you have some tinfoil hat family or people that say really wacky things, Things like, well, that's one way to look at it. That's one of my favorites. Well, isn't that an interesting thought? That's another one of my favorites. And this is my granddaddy of favorites. Well, you can't argue with logic like that. Yeah. So have a beautiful Easter. For those of you that are fortunate enough to have warm, beautiful, amazing family, whether you're celebrating Easter or you're just enjoying the beautiful spring weather, I hope you have the most beautiful weekend. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Next week's video will be a packing video because I got to get on a plane and go to Athens, Greece. So I'll see you guys next week. I mean, you'll see me next week. And I just wish you a weekend full of peace and joy. Do what you can, and whatever you're doing, I hope you're finding joy. See you next time.